Questions for Coach?
What a nice return for Josh, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I was honest with you guys. I told you that he looked really good, and he looks like he's in pretty good shape. Right off the bat, he was doing things. He's in a pool and the underwater treadmill. And, he's riding the bike right away when he was still in the boot. So I mean, he was winded a little bit, but not too bad. And I thought, we started practicing hard this week. He didn't get his timing back, and I thought he was really good. Because not only did he make shots, he was passing it well, and he looked very comfortable out there, I thought.
As good as for him to come back off the injury, but also for his confidence last year, had a down year, and then come back and make his first 4 3-4.
Yeah, he never lost his confidence. He looks good.
Ben, have you had many games where you win by almost 30, but 27 turnovers?
I can't remember any.
You're obviously disappointed, I would think, with the way the game ended. Everyone seemed to lose focus and quit playing.
I don't care about that, really. They were pressing the scout team. I got a lot of inexperienced guys out there. It's no big deal.
What's your initial take on now heading into the Big Ten season, where your team is at? You like where you're at?
I do. I think the thing that you have to do now is just look ahead. You don't want to look back and say, well, we could have won this, or if I would have done it, we're 11-2. That's what we are, and it wasn't easy to get there. And we know what these next 18 are, every one. And I got enough experience in that locker room to know and understand what that means in terms of preparation and execution. We're ready.
Anything about the Big Ten surprise you so far? Anything jump out?
No.
Pretty much what you thought?
How encouraged are you with three-point shooting? You shot almost 60% tonight, and it's been a lot better in the non-conference than it was last season.
Well, I thought, with the addition of Jared and Peter, I thought that would help. But I also knew that both Josh and Zach in particular last year was not consistent with what I thought that they would do. It's not consistent with what they had done before, and both of those guys are making shots. And I thought Cassell, Clemens would be solid, and I thought Marvel would improve. So we got a lot of different players who are capable of making threes, and we've got a very unselfish team, so we're sharing the ball. Like, for example, tonight, the way they play that zone, you got to keep moving it. You got to keep pass faking, shot faking, in and out, side to side, skip pass, shot fake drive, skip it again, and we had some goofy turnovers, but for the most part we handled the ball well and got good shot opportunities and made our threes.
Why do you think you guys were able to stay sharp even with a long layoff? You guys came out ready to play.
I think we have a maturity. I would have been surprised if it was anything other than that. I have yet to see with this group, they came out flat. They were looking past that team to get to that game. It hasn't happened. It didn't happen against, Fairleigh Dickinson before the Iowa State game. It didn't happen before we went to Atlantis. There was a lot of expectation there. So I knew pretty much that was going to happen to this team.
Coach, Ed Hightower joked your kid when told you were going to get a technical, just to send him out in a positive way. Just talk about him working his last game. You've seen him a lot of games, I know.
It's interesting with him because, he's always had an incredible amount of respect from his colleagues, both coaches, other officials, administrators. He's very successful in his professional career. He does this because he loves the game. And he's one of those guys that has an incredible ability to manage the game in a way where he can communicate with the players and the coaches, and you always know you're going to get a great shot. You're going to get a great night from him. He's going to give you everything he's got, and it's going to be fair, and you're not going to have to worry, like, do I have to work this guy to get a call because he's working? He's been above that for as long as I've known him.
It's kind of humbling almost that this is his last game here.
Yeah, you know, I thought when I heard it first, it was his last game here, and he was gonna finish the year. This is officially his last game. I asked him if we could talk him out of it, he said no.
Getting Marble and White didn't play at all in the second half. Is that just to get some other guys in?
Well, Whitey was sick. You know, he missed practice yesterday. And we didn't know if he'd play at all. So I was not going back to him. And, you know, with the sloppy as the game ended, I wasn't going to put Marble out there and get him hurt. Goofy play. That's pretty much my thinking there.
Anything else, guys?
Okay, happy holidays.